Welcome to Food for the Soul presents Intimate Conversations with Talitha Kume, and I am your host, Talitha Kume, and we are back for 2019. And you guys, I want to start off the show with my quote of the day, which is, when there is no enemy inside, the enemies outside can't hurt you. And I'm sure we're going to get to that and kind of dissect the meaning of that, but it's when there is no enemy inside, the enemies outside can't hurt you. And we are coming to you live from the beautiful downtown Dallas, and we're brought to you by none other than a Baycott Company Productions. And so you guys, so this year I was trying to do something a little bit different. I thought it would be cool to kind of have some other ladies here with me and have us have an intimate conversation and kind of talk about some issues and some topics that we as women either we struggle with or we go through, or some of the things that we just don't want to talk about, you guys. And so this evening I am joined by two special guests, amazing women, and I'm going to start to my right, which is MUA, beauty consultant, mother of many, which is what I call you because you're so motherly, Mrs. Meachy Burnett of Pink Sheep Beauty. So say hi to the people, Meachy.
Hello, everyone.
And then also to my left, I have GEI, plus size model and CEO founder of Be Extra Clothing and the host of The Wing Show on Power214.com. Is that right?
That's
Radio.
Right.
Okay. And we had another guest, and she wasn't able to make it today, you guys, but I am going to start it off by kicking questions to these young ladies right now because I really, I got some things on my mind. I got some things that I really want to talk about. And first I want to talk about the first topic that I want to get into, and you guys can help me out because I kind of just wanted to get a perspective from two different types of ladies. And first, actually, you know what? Before we get into the topic, I want you, Meachy, and then you, Myesha, to introduce yourself as far as letting the viewers know who you are. Like your backstory. Are you single? You married? You got kids? What's going on? Before we get into it.
Okay, so my name is Meachy Burnett. I am the founder of Pink Sheep Beauty, the movement. I'm a creator. I am also a blogger on YouTube. My goal is to encourage you and to be a purpose pusher. That's what I'm here to do, and to walk in my purpose with God. And yes, I am happily married to my king, Noel. So I'm very happily married, yes.
Okay. All right. And Myesha.
Hi, I'm Myesha Nicole, GEI model, plus size model, mom, grandma. I'm single. One half of the Wing Show, which is on Power214.com, and that is, the Wing stands for Women Interacting Through Networking and Growth.
Okay.
So we're basically trying to be the glue for women to bring their business together and just make that connection.
You hear me? Because
Awesome.
that's what we need. That is absolutely what we need. So you guys, I want to start off with my first question, and I want to know, have either of you ever felt like you were not enough? Have you ever felt like you were not enough? And go kind of into, explain why you may have felt that way.
And you're looking at me, okay?
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay,
at you
I guess
because
I'll take that one.
know.
So yes, I believe that that's just a human experience, whether you're a woman or a male. I think that we live in a world, of course, that compares everything. And then, like your quote today is perfect.
Right.
You said, if there's no enemy within you, then there isn't going to be one on the outside, right? There's no outside forces to influence that.
Right.
Well, we do have things that we battle with.
Okay.
Mentally, emotionally, physically. There's so much. So yes, I have felt like that. I'm grateful that it's something that is not as prevalent as it was when I was younger, because as you get older, you learn things, hopefully, and you become more aware of what you're thinking and the mind frame that you have. But sure, of course, I think we all go through it. And I think it has something to do with just this walk, life in general. You come out the womb not knowing what to do. You get love if you get it. You're lucky to get it if you got good parents, because not everybody does. Thank God I did. But then you go through life and people are telling you what you're not.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, friends, even just joking. Just anything. So I think that's a human experience. I think if you have balance though, then it's not something that can run your life.
Okay.
And it's at the back of your mind instead of the forefront of your mind.
Okay. What about you, Myesha? What do you think?
man, me now more so because being a plus size model, you know, you have these concerns where, you know, well, is the camera going to get me this way? You're going to tell it I have my stomach is out. Or you feel this way. If I turn this way, you won't be able to tell. So I think unconsciously, I think about it not so much now as I did before. Okay. But I know, you know, growing up, you know, coming from a household to where my stepfather molested me, so I didn't know. I felt like that's all I was worth. Okay. Like what was I worth? Was, you know, my mom didn't feel like, you know, I would go and tell my mom, but my mom didn't believe me, so my worth got even smaller and smaller. Okay. So, you know, I battled with that off and on, but I think now so much, just like Meachy was saying, it's better now that I'm in my adulthood now than it was when I was younger. Okay. I think it really, really hit me hard when I was younger because I just did not know and I didn't have that guidance. I didn't have the parents to guide me. You know, I told you guys, my dad died at 10 and my mom ran behind a guy that, you know, was into the street life. So, you know, I didn't have that. So I was really trying to find myself. I probably didn't find myself till probably my mid-20s.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was really bad. But I'm here now.
and I'm so glad that we're talking about finding yourself as you get older. What would you guys say then to a lot of younger women? I'm talking about actually girls to women. So girls that are maybe 16, 17, because I think that the media nowadays is trying to show young women or women what we're supposed to be worth.
Yes.
And if we're not that, then we don't match up. You know, and so what my question is, what would you say, how do we combat all of that that's going on right now for these millennials and these young girls that are growing up? It seems like it seems like it's difficult.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
So Pink Sheep Beauty was created because it's based off of John 10:27, which says, "For my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they won't follow." And it's that because I'm in the beauty industry. Right. I love fashion and hair and clothes, and I do makeup and so on and so forth. But I also know who I am in Christ, right? Okay. So the beauty that you should have should come from Him. And the world will tell you what you're supposed to look like, but He says, "My sheep know my voice, and a stranger they won't follow." So when you get to know who He is, then there's a less opportunity for you to think, well, I have to do this, and I have to do that, and I have to run behind this one, I have to fashion over it up, and I have to, you know, be weaved down to here, and I have to, not that those things are bad, but when that becomes your life, that is a problem. Yeah. So as a child or a young girl, now I feel so bad for them. I kid you not, I feel so bad for them because we grew up and you would be in a grocery store and there would be magazines and you could compare yourself to the person on the magazine standing in line. Right. Now it's on your phone. They wake up to it, they see it, it's clothing, it's hair, it's breasts, it's like there is a movement on YouTube right now in the beauty community where these young girls are getting breast implants. Now they're getting breast implants and they're also getting explants because it's making them nauseous. My thing is this, these millennials are making so much money now they can afford it. This $30,000, where did you get this from? Making videos. Right. Because I look like everybody else. Wow. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's real. Yeah. And then you have people that are older thinking, what in the world is going on? And when I say my heart goes out to them, my heart goes out to them. But on the flip side of that, their mothers are dealing with the same thing they're dealing with.
And that's what I was just about to say that. Let's tell the truth. So what are we talking about with our women that are between 35, let's say 30 and 45? Are we battling the same exact things that the millennials are?
I believe so. That's why my vision is based off of John 10:27. The Lord told me, I don't want you to look like them. I have a remnant. Okay, my girls, my daughters are beautiful to me. You don't have to be like that. So that's why I chase after people. That's why I do it. Because, well, it's a fact. It's real. Yeah. It is real. Even coming here tonight, I was like, what are we going to, what's to be expected? What am I supposed to sit like? What am I going to look like? You were mentioning that you are a plus size model. Beautiful. And the way that you stand, sometimes it's a little bit, you know, insecure. Listen, I think we all have that, okay? Yeah. Because I'm sitting like this for a reason, okay? It's real. It is real. We have to have these type of conversations. So kudos to you for having this conversation because it gets real. Yeah. You're overcome by the words of your testimony. I'm not trying to preach, but it's all I know right now. You understand what I'm saying? It sustains me. It sustains me, Talitha.
Yeah. Okay. I know it does.
It does.
I know it does.
That's all I got.
And okay, so Myesha, coming from the fashion world, do you see the same things?
Oh,
Because
yes.
I mean, Meachy's over here she's going to town. What do you see in the modeling industry and with these girls that are striving to break into the business, or why are they even breaking into the business?
It's hard because a lot of them you see starving themselves. I've
Okay.
been around. I've heard girls in the bathroom being bulimic because they couldn't fit into an outfit that they could fit in last week that they can't fit into that day.
Wow, okay.
You know, it's pretty bad. I mean, you know, now with girls with, you know, plus size modeling, you know, shapewear is the thing, which of course, but you know, now it's the tighter, you know, the more snatched in you are, the more better your hips will stand, and you know, so it's really, really, really bad. And kind of piggyback on what me say, my daughter's 17.
Okay.
And so that's the first thing she sees is how beautiful. Now, so all I do is tell my daughters there's a such thing called Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't look that if you take the filters and all that away, I'm pretty sure she's falling in places that you don't even know. And so, you know, I mean, and it's just the image, and it's just the image, but it's really, really bad in the fashion world. Just accept yourself for who you are and be and just embrace. That's just what you are. And if you want to fix it, go to the gym, work out. But you know, it's a lot of very, 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 very deep subject with insecurities when it comes to the fashion world.
And what do you think we can do as women that are our age? Is there any type of remedy? Is there any type of solution that we can help with, or that we can move along to allow people to just authentically be themselves and know that their worth is who they are, no matter who they are?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you think we can do? I'm like, you know.
I really do. You know, one drop in the bucket, some people might think that that's nothing, but if you have multiple drops in a bucket, eventually the bucket will be full.
Yeah.
There are people that are going to watch this and they're thinking, oh my God, thank you. Somebody is saying what I've been feeling, right?
Yeah.
So you just saying this is something that is on somebody's mind. Myesha's saying it, I'm saying it. They're not alone, and it will let you know that once again, you're not alone, and that you can not conform to what people say. It's just a matter of renewing your mind. You have to renew your mind. I do videos, and I do them with my face with no makeup on, because I want people to see that I'm okay with or without it. I don't need the hair. I don't need this. I know who I am. But that's where I am.
Yeah.
But when people see that you can do something, they tend to think, well, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's a walk. It's a journey. It's you being authentic to who you are and accepting things. And it doesn't happen overnight, because that's just false and crazy.
Yeah.
Right? It's part of experience. As you get older, hopefully wisdom comes, and you should be asking for that every day. But wisdom comes, and you look and you say, you know what? I'm not so bad. There's a reason why wine gets better as it gets older. Okay? There's a reason.
Aging like fine wine.
Hello.
And so with that, my last question before we go to a commercial break is, so I work with young children. Not young children. They're between the ages of 8 and 14 or whatever. And so I do an after school program. I'm at my after school program, and Myesha's helped to come over there and work with the girls. And so I'm at my program, and I hear it's one little girl, and this little girl. So she is driven by, I'm not sure what it is, but thinking that the nice clothes and all these things is where it's at. And so she really bullies my other kids. I mean, like really, really bad. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to stop that one without suspending her, because I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna suspend her, because I don't really like to play like that, because it's a form of bullying to me.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out a way to combat that in a way that allows her to see the error of her ways, and then allows the children not to feel so bad. I mean, like last weekend, she went off on one girl so bad that the girl just started cursing at her and walked home crying. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and she's like, your shoes ain't even that. And then look at your glasses, they ain't even, because my mama bought me this, and she just doing all this right here. I hate that right there. And so I was trying to figure out how I could combat that without just kind of kicking the girl out. That's what I wanted to do. Like, okay, you're suspended. I don't have time. I don't want to deal with it. But I know that her mind, she needs to change her thinking as well.
the sad
And so
part
what?
of it.
Yeah.
The sad part it is that it starts in the home.
Yes.
It starts at the head.
You think? Okay.
And so, if that's just what she's programmed to
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
And sad thing, the one thing that you was talking about this, I saw today, this young mom, I guess the little boy was getting bullied today.
Okay.
Or been getting bullied, and she knows the route. When they get off the school bus, they know that they walk up the street. Well, this mom parked on the side, told her son to take the jacket off and the backpack off, and punch this kid and fight this kid.
Oh.
And then they're having words, and then she's up in this young kid's face.
What?
Right. So we already know what's gonna happen. That other mama gonna get wind of it.
Right.
Now back how when me personally being a young mom myself, I was just raised by some old heads. That's just where's the mama? Where is your mama? Let me talk to your mama before it even go to that point. But I was saying it to say this about it's being it starts at the home.
Yeah.
And you just and it's sad because you can't get to because grown folks, you can't tell grown folks what to do.
Right.
I would just say bring a panel of people. Bring a panel of women.
Yeah, I thought about that.
Bring a panel of older girl. I was glad to come again.
Yeah,
because they do know. I mean, I've been there before, and just have them talk to them. Yeah. It's not what you see. It can be models. It can be whomever. It's not what you see. It's what you see on the outside doesn't determine what you are on the inside.
Yeah,
and so that's where I would start.
Yeah.
I would definitely start there before you just kick them out, because kicking her out may be her only outlet.
Right.
You may be
right,
her
and that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and I just didn't want to do that. But that's a great idea because I actually thought about that. I really did think about that.
Of younger, young women.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, you guys. Well, we will be right back after this short commercial break. If you guys are just joining us, thank you for tuning in to Intimate Conversation with Talitha Kume, and I am your host, Talitha Kume. And before we went to the break, I was talking to the ladies about what were we talking about? We were talking about why a lot of women fear that they are not enough, or they feel like their worth is not enough. And you guys made some really, really good points. I'm here joined with my friend Meachy and my friend Myesha. And you guys, we're just talking about some issues, some topics that we as women sometimes we don't like to talk about. We don't like to talk about, or we're afraid to be transparent about. And that's what this show is about. It's all about being transparent, and hopefully, like Meachy was saying, that someone who sees this will be able to come out and share their story, or talk about their pain, or talk about whatever that they might be going through. So my next question and my last question before we get out of here is, and this is a dreaded debate, you guys, and so I'm glad that I have these two because I'm kind of in the middle, but my question is, okay. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay. So the debate against light skin versus dark skin. And so we have heard this debate years and years and years and years. But my question to you guys is, have you guys ever encountered any of that because of your shade? Do you feel that our shade really affects our everyday lives with friendship, working, dating, and all that other kind of stuff? Do you guys really feel like color matters? Ooh. Do you feel like it matters?
That is a loaded question again.
I need you to be honest.
Of course I am.
Yeah, I know you are.
I am.
Preachy Meachy. I'm gonna call her Preachy Meachy.
I like it. I like that. I might get a shirt. Yes, I do think that color matters. I hate that it is that way, but it's true. I'm gonna talk about Myesha's skin color is my favorite skin color to work on in makeup. Period. I know that most people are like, oh, they like a more fair skin. Your skin is so beautiful. It's so deep. It's so rich. It's so strong. And my sister looks exactly like me. She's about your complexion. And I always tell her, Danny, man, if I was your color, I would wear this, and if I was your color, I would do that. And she does things, but she doesn't do them the way that I'm like, you can really go hard, wear green today, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think it does matter. Work, yes, I've seen it. I can walk in somewhere and I can tell, let me put it to you like this. I can walk in somewhere and me being by myself, they look at me like, oh, you're a black girl, let me follow you around the store. And I'm thinking to myself, I make more money than you. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I can hire you right now. Okay.
Come on, preaching me.
Or it's the truth. It's the truth. And I'm like, wow, really? Okay. Or I can walk into the store and I can be in the store with a friend of mine who's darker complected to me than myself, and someone will speak to me and they won't even look at her. It happens.
Really?
Oh yes. Come on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It happens. It's crazy. It's crazy, and then it's like, okay. And the same thing with dating. Some men like a darker woman, lighter woman, or what have you. I think that personally, I think it's all ridiculous, and perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all black. And when you go to the bank and you go for the loan, they want to know what color you are, and they don't say how light are you, how dark are you.
Yeah,
they just they're like, you African American, black, or whatever.
Check.
Yeah, and then they check your credit. So long story short, yes, I think it shouldn't matter, but I do believe it does. I will tell you this: in the makeup industry now, the cosmetic companies are just now making skin tone colors dark enough for our whole gamut of shades. Before there were only like 8 colors. Now they are getting so deep and so strong, like women from the Sudan. It's just beautiful because we didn't even exist in that industry.
Right.
$billion industry, they didn't even care about us, okay? You had 8 colors, deal with it and work it out. So yes, I do believe it matters.
Okay.
I think it's more prevalent now because social media is so active.
Wow. So social media is
Oh, come on.
It's the enemy again. My friend
on.
calls social media the devil all the time, and it's so funny because I believe it. I believe a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It puts everything out there in our face, and then it says this is what you are, or this is what you should be. Or I go on there and I say, hey, this is who I am, but I'm really not that. But this is who I am on here.
Fake book.
Right,
Facebook,
right. And it's crazy. Myesha, what do you think? What do you think? And what have you experienced?
Come on, Myesha.
Golly, what is it like?
Oh man, especially in my household, in my own household, I experienced it.
Okay.
My grandmothers are all fair skinned.
Okay.
They're all fair skinned, and so and my cousins and my brother was fair skinned, or
Okay.
they were dark and complected, and then I had a cousin that was fair skinned.
Okay.
So my grandmother tend to cling on to the fair skinned one because she resembled her.
Okay.
So the dark complected children just kind of got the bad end of the stick.
Okay.
And so as a kid growing up, I questioned my skin color all the time.
Yeah.
Why my grandmother didn't accept me for the color that I am.
Yeah.
Why what makes me any different, and we're a great deal of distance in age. So it was just like we just didn't, we didn't understand that. In the industry now, it's definitely an issue.
Okay.
Because my pictures just come out so much better if you're lighter complected, or you get, no, you're just a little too dark for what the look that I'm going for.
Okay.
And now, just like you were saying, the darkness of the beautiful darkness of a Sudan woman and a Haitian woman is now, you see all the photographers are trying to get them there.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to work with them. Everybody's taking pictures with them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Even in the industry, you see girls that are my skin color, and the photographer had photoshopped her darken them just to fit that image.
Wow.
So it's kind of a So it's
Just
kind
making
of
you darker.
yeah, just it makes you. I mean, for real, that's a new thing. I'm so serious. I've seen it. And I've met people that have beautiful pictures, a beautiful complected black girl, but you notice that she's a little darker on this one. So, even going back to tattooing, if you're fair skinned, you can get all the, color added and everything, and then if you're dark complected, you just kind of stick with black.
Hey,
no colors don't change.
Hey, don't be trying to get no color now.
Because it ain't gonna last long,
you know
and
that
it's
ain't gonna-
melanin. Let me tell
Wow,
you.
they just dogging you like that. Okay.
It is what it is.
What about dating? Have you found a
Oh.
difference with dating? Or yeah.
You know, I'm the type of person that I never had discriminated against none of my colors or anything when it came to dating.
Right.
But you know, I would, you know, I like white men. I was open to date anybody, but
Okay.
you know, it's always, you know, my perception. You know, it's a certain type of black girl that a white man would date.
Okay.
You know, the girl with
That's interesting.
with the inches, and I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
I'm portrayed to be, you know, the I'm the dark girl with daddy issues, or I'm this and that just because of how I look.
Yeah.
But as far as when it's color thing, I get it. It's all the time. All the time. You know, the light skinned girls, you know, you had when you were growing up, you know, Al, be sure, you know, you were always made fun of if you were light skinned with curly. You were El DeBarge, you was one of the DeBarge because you had the light skin and the curly hair, and all the girls wanted. And then you even heard when I was growing up, it was like, oh, you know, I don't want any dark skinned babies. So I'm gonna get me with a light skinned boy, or I'm gonna get with an Asian, you know, so we can make beautiful babies. You know, that was the
Yeah,
thing
that's
too.
crazy. That's crazy.
So it's just ridiculous.
And it's
It
so
is.
crazy, guys, because we sitting here, we are all different shades, and I've never actually, I probably didn't pay attention, y'all, but because I'm in the middle, like I never really experienced either way except for when I'm around white people.
Oh yeah.
When I'm around white people, like you said, I'm black.
Right.
It don't matter what
No
shade
matter
I
how
am.
shade,
I
yeah.
am an African American,
Yes, you are.
and when I'm not around, they're calling me the N word, and I know it, and I've experienced that. But as
Yeah.
far as being having the light skin, dark skin type of issue, I never really had it. But I did notice growing up, or in my teens, or in my late 20s, when we started to kind of date, you know, my friends that were lighter, you know. Dudes just come by. Oh, what's up with your friend? What's her name? I'm like that. You're not even gonna look my way. It's gonna look at my. Okay, all
Even
right.
with those beautiful
That's
eyes
it.
that you have.
Man, they would
Because,
skip
look, you
right
have
over me.
beautiful
Do you
eyes.
hear me? Thank
Okay.
you. They skipped right over me and went straight to my light skinned friend.
But
they really did.
But the amazing thing is now everybody's getting tanning and darking.
Yes.
We have
Oh,
black
my
people
God. So
getting
silly.
darker to be.
It's so
can't.
silly, man.
I can't.
All
yeah,
kinds of
it's-
colors
it's-
that they
it's too much.
despise.
I cannot.
It's too much.
I
It's too
even
much, yeah.
and then even we're having black people like Lil' Kim. She
Yeah.
has bleached her skin to be lighter than what she used to be,
And
was
she wasn't
beautiful.
even that
She
dark.
wasn't that dark, but
Pretty
she
girl,
has
too.
bleached
She's
her
beautiful.
beautiful
here.
girl. The cut her nose down and the bleach her skin. 'Cause
Yeah.
she,
The industry, though. She's in the
Yeah,
industry.
it's the
She
industry.
wants to fit in.
And she don't
Right.
know what to do without
I love Big Bell Pepper Nose, Doris
Biggie.
Complete
Yeah.
Kim.
You hear me?
I do. Just
It
like
was
I loved it with Michael. You know
Yeah,
what?
it was beautiful, man. And so I know that there's no solution for that. I really like to kind of try and think of things we can do, but at the end of the day, I know that the light skin, dark skin issue, it kind of is what it is. There's not a whole lot that we're gonna be able to do with that, just because I feel like we were conditioned.
Yeah.
We've been conditioned.
Yes.
And that's pretty much what it is. And my
Yes.
cameraman is saying, yes, that's what it is. We have been conditioned, and
Yes.
there's kind of no way around it. There's
Frame
no
of
real,
reference.
Yeah.
no real way around it. But I like to thank you guys for speaking on it, because I know sometimes it presents jealousy among women
Yeah.
a lot, and that's the hard part. That's the hard part to me, because it's like we would hate on each other just because of our color. Like, I don't even know you, Meachy, but I'm like, oh, she's light skinned, so she must think, and the first thing I'm gonna go to is she must think she.
Yeah.
You know, and we as women, we do that all the time, and it doesn't make any sense. Or if you're darker, then sometimes people think, okay, well, she probably don't think highly of herself. They assume that you have low self-esteem
Right.
if you're dark, which makes
Low self-esteem.
Yeah,
or you
which
come
makes-
from the projects. Or you,
which
you,
makes no sense to
you
me.
ghetto.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. I believe that.
There's a blogger. You probably know him.
Uh-huh.
Tommy Sotomayor.
Uh-huh.
He'll probably see this and just tear me apart, but whatever. His whole show is dedicated. Well, his show was dedicated to just talking about black women, but dark-skinned black women.
Okay.
He's a black man, a dark-skinned black male with a dark-skinned child coming from black family members,
right.
and all he does is just talk about dark-skinned women. That's it.
And
That's just crazy. No, in a bad way.
he
tears them apart. He tears.
Yeah, he gonna get you.
This,
Meachy.
oh yeah, he'll tear me up. What's up,
Preacher
Tommy?
Meachy, yeah.
How you doing?
So he talks about him.
Yes. He doesn't. I don't know what happened. And I don't watch his show enough to know enough about why he says the things he says. But he truly, I have never seen anybody talk so badly about dark-skinned women, black women in general, but he cannot stand dark-skinned black women. His name is
Wow.
Tommy Sotomayor. Yeah.
She's gonna put him on blast.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's online. I figured
Yeah.
you already knew who
Yeah.
he was. That's
I
all he
don't
does.
know. Now,
Hey, Tommy.
Now I'm gonna have to try and go
He hates
find
me.
me. Well, ladies, I thank you guys for coming out. This is our show, but I wanted to find out if there's anything that you guys have going on before we get out of here. Anything you got going on, Meachy?
Well, yes, I currently started a show called The Window Seat. And
Yes.
it's the window seat, and it's just where you come on in and we hang out, and I give you the best seat in the room, and we talk about just like we're talking
Yeah,
right now.
uh-huh.
There are things that we as women don't get a chance to talk about, or
Yeah.
you might see somebody doing something thinking, how does she do that? How did that happen? And we're going to discuss that thing, and you can just be yourself. My goal is for you to understand that God created you fearfully and wonderfully, and that you are good right where you are, and you can do that at the window seat. I also have a YouTube channel, pinksheepbeauty.com. Come on and visit me. Talk about God and makeup. That's what I know. And that's pretty much it.
Preaching Meachy.
Preaching Meachy. I have a new nickname.
And Myesha, what about you?
I just dropped my clothing line January 14th,
Oh,
which happens to be my
congratulations.
father's birthday.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, just right now, just pushing it,
awesome.
pushing it. I don't have a fashion show coming up in March. Well, no, I have one coming up actually in Houston, February 9th, and just pushing and growing and just branding.
Awesome.
Well, I thank you guys for being here. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in, and make sure to comment and tell us what you think. Join us for our upcoming Fourth Thursday, when we'll continue the discussion with these two ladies on two different topics. But until next time, have an intimate conversation with God first, your creator, and allow him to heal and direct and guide your path, and then you will start living on purpose. And we're just here as a support system to help you walk that thing on out. And remember, tears are words that need to be written or shared. So share your story, because someone may need to hear it. Good night.
My whole life seems like I've been searching, always coming up short, much less than perfect, but everything I need is all inside me. Before you walk, you gotta crawl. Now